we're going to get into the relationship talks. Like, I feel like I was groomed to make these women such a priority in my life to where, I had to put my own self on a back burner. The worst dynamic that you could possibly have is two insecure people. So I've seen a lot of conversations surrounding the dynamic of older men and older women versus dating someone significantly younger than you, right? And I was talking to my partner about this. The late great Kevin Samuels said that he would rather have his daughter date someone who's 15 years older than her than to have someone her age, because that would lead to her being led in life, right? So my whole thing on this, from dealing with older women myself, I feel like when you're dealing with someone that's, I wouldn't say twice your age, but just, you get that 6-year plus difference at least. I feel like there's a manipulator and manipulatee relationship. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I feel like when I'm just dealing with someone that's older, they have their own sort of agenda for me. And I feel like that's kind of what he was saying in a way. He wanted his daughter to be led with an agenda by a man with a plan. I feel like it's better that we grow with our partners rather than having someone lead us in a direction to where they want us to be, right? For so long, I've been in long-term relationships with women. A lot of times these women are older than me, right? And I feel like so much of my love life has been dedicated to trying to please these women's lives that I've sacrificed so much of my own. Like, I feel like I was groomed to make these women such a priority in my life to where, I had to put my own self on a back burner. And so, yes, being with these women has gotten me to experience more in life at a faster rate than what I would have. But I feel like I didn't really get to learn the lessons until I was able to kind of experience love in my own way with people that are my age, to where we don't understand things, right? Where we're not settled. We're not so comfortable in our own individual lives, right? I feel like a lot of dynamics in relationships, one person isn't so confident in who they are as an individual, or it may be both of you, right? And what you have in those relationships where a person is, significantly older than you, more than likely they're gonna be more secure within their self. And because they are secure within their self, they'll make you question some insecurities that you have about yourself. They'll really highlight those insecurities that you may not even know that was there, or you subconsciously kind of just put off to the side. With those insecurities, it's like you want to feed those by trying to impress that person that you're with. And that's what I found myself doing, trying to impress the person that I was with, trying to appease this person so much to where their approval would somehow give me the acceptance that I needed in my own life, or whatever I needed to make myself feel happy. It relies so much on this other person's happiness. And truth be told, that shouldn't be what a relationship is like. A good relationship dynamic to where it's healthy, both of you are secure within yourself. the worst dynamic that you could possibly have is two insecure people. Two insecure people make the worst relationship dynamic. You start to get mental abuse, physical abuse, all the things in the world that you can have in a negative relationship, because those insecurities start to show themselves and you start to show it to one another. And we all been there, and it's not been perfect. We say ugly things. We do ugly things to somebody, especially the person that we love, simply out of the fact that our pride is hurt because this person is showing us those insecurities. So I feel like now that I'm older, I guess I should say, I'm about to be 30. Wow, what the world? 27, and I'm able to now understand what it is to be in a healthy relationship with people. I had to be secure in myself, you know, and I was never gonna do that with a dynamic of trying to appease someone else and make someone else feel like, oh, if you're not happy, then I can't be happy, type of thing. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. You should always want to make sure your partner is satisfied, but you don't never want to put your person's happiness over yourself. That's one mistake that I constantly made. Putting someone else's happiness above my own, just because I felt like if I made this person happy, they would reciprocate the energy to me. And you can't always look for you in people. That's just a simple matter of it don't matter whether it's a relationship with somebody you got or just family. You can't look for you in people. But in relationships, that tends to be our safe space. That tends to be our go-to person where we feel like, you know, truth of the matter is they got the most of the burden of us. This is the person that we spend most of our lives with at that time, whether it's a year, 6 months, 5 years. For me, it's usually 5 to 7 years, which is a lot of life to be spending with someone. But you spend so much time with these people, they become the person that you rely on for all of this. But again, when you're in a dynamic where one person is secure, one person is insecure, or both of you are insecure, pride is gonna mess up the relationship every single time. Somebody's gonna self-sabotage the relationship. Somebody's gonna self-sabotage is a big one. I promise you, that's gonna be like the #1 killer. But another side of that, people will just have that doubt, and so they may not go to lead to self-sabotaging, but because they think about it so much, they will just always nitpick at it. So it's like, in order to have that positive environment, both of you have to be so secure within yourself. And a part of that, a lot of people don't want to do this, but I encourage people to spend some time alone with yourself in life. I don't care if your family members is always talking about, when you gonna do this, when you gonna have a baby, and when you gonna... Girl, please, okay? Everyone, I don't care who you are, you need to spend at least a good year. If you can't do that, 6 months, but 6 months to a year of just you being in your own space, waking up on your own time, going to eat when you want to eat, just experience life on your own. That's how you gain that security, and that's how you say you go into that next relationship. All right, these are the things that I won't do, or these are the things I don't want to do, but I'm willing to negotiate on. This is how you go into things with boundaries. If you can go into things with some safe boundaries already established, more than likely, the relationship will work out because you've already set a standard for the relationship. But a lot of times, we don't plan our love, you know? So we go into things thinking, you know, everything will work out. But truth be told, we could be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Disciplined. We could be a lot more disciplined with how we distribute our love. I feel like loneliness kills a lot of people's true happiness. I feel like people try to have this negative look on being lonely, when being lonely could be one of the peaceful things that you can have in this life. It's when I could think back on my own personal life, the moments that really get to me the most, the moments that I've sat with myself and I've cried about, or I've cried in that moment, where I've just been overwhelmed with emotion, it was by myself. I was in a moment experiencing things, and I'm not gonna, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge people person. You know, I love people, but it's nothing like experiencing oneself, like the good, bad, and ugly of it. Like, having those moments for yourself really give you clarity in life in order to deal with people. Because if you keep dealing with people without that clarity, you become a problem in people's lives. You become a villain. You know, we have to really be more intentional. Yes, we have to really be very intentional with how we want to carry ourselves in people's lives, because we don't understand how much we're affecting them. So if you're that insecure person in somebody's life, you just gave them their whole arc. You just created a whole different character. You done got them off course from everything what they were supposed to do in their time, just because you wasn't secure with yourself. You know? So that's something we need to really keep in mind. We just really need to understand ourselves more. Understand yourself by being lonely. Not saying die alone. Just, hey, if you've been like me, I jumped relationship to relationship a lot, right? And I didn't take that time to be by myself. And then when I did, it felt like it was at it had a time limit on it. You know, as everyone knows now, I have a daughter, a beautiful daughter, but she gave me such a perspective on life, because prior to her, I was able to experience that time on my own that gave me the clarity that I have now to walk through life into my next relationships, to know how to be a better man and how to be just a better partner, how to be secure with myself, to not portray or put my own insecurities on somebody, or not bring their insecurities out. And I wish I just had a better time limit on it, but God knows what he's doing, right? That'll be it for this episode of The Lunch Break. I really thank y'all for just listening to me right here. I hope you got something positive out of this. I'm excited to just get on with my day, and I'm excited for you all to see what you all come up with this year, to see all the things that people are around me, the people are supporting me, all of y'all seeing how you improve in this year. I'm rooting for you. I'm loving to see it. I don't know what else. I see y'all maybe in Atlanta. We'll see what's going on. As always, love you. This is Jordan Kenchen signing off.